Hey, what is up? My name is Rubidium, and today we're talking about how you can take your filmmaking to the next level in 2018. So there is a very common delusion in filmmaking, and I myself suffer from it, and that is that just as time goes by, you're getting better at making films. That's just not true. You only get better at making films if you spend your time filmmaking. The only way that you get better at translating your ideas into stories and things that other people can watch is going through that process. You can't sit around watching YouTube videos, researching camera gear, or even writing scripts and then feel as though your practical film skills are improving, because they're not. I did this for a really long time. In fact, I probably spent 2 or 3 years just, working on my career in a way that didn't involve films. And I just assumed that because I was getting older, I must have been getting better. And that wasn't the case. My filmmaking only improved when I found the resources and the courage and the wherewithal to push my projects forward and get them made regardless of how imperfect they may have been, because the imperfect films, the failures, are the ones that teach you the most. And slowly but surely you'll start looking back on your previous work and kind of been horrified by it. And that's a good thing. You should be. You should look back on your films from 2, 5, 10 years ago and be like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Because that means you're moving forward. It means you're developing as a filmmaker, as an artist, as a creative person. So what I want to talk about today was getting better at filmmaking by making films, by setting yourself challenges, by improving every project. It is really hard to be a self-starter in film. You always are up against this big wall of people that tell you can't do it, or even people that don't want to be involved. You can search and search and search for actors or cinematographers or rental houses to lend you or give you or help you with gear, and just face, a wall of no's. So you need to kind of keep the momentum going. A great way to do that is involve other people and get help, get collaborators, get people that are working on the film with you from the start, and you sort of are answerable to somebody else, so that it's much harder to give up. An awesome way to do this is find a company or a charity or a brand or a group that you really admire, whose work that you like, and approach them about shooting a film for them for free. There are very few people that will turn down free work. So that puts you in a position then of being answerable to that person that you've made promises to, and will kind of get you over the hump of apathy and force you to actually get something in the can and then on the screen. A way I've done this in the past and hope to do it in 2018 is to set goals of 1 short film a month, or 1 photo shoot a week, or a feature by the end of the year, so that you have milestones towards a really rich and new body of work by the time 2019 rolls around. Another great goal is to build your community, to work, if you're a director, work with 3 new DPs this year. By expanding your network, by expanding the people that you know and who know you, you're able to find more work, you're able to make more connections, you're able to generally cast a wider net when it comes to filling in the critical people of your team for the projects that you want to make. Another great goal to have, and this is definitely one that applies to this YouTube channel, is building a community. For a long time, there was only the mainstream. There was only, if you wanted to make films, you had to get it into cinemas, you had to get your DVD into Walmart, you had to get it onto iTunes. And then those tastemakers, those gatekeepers, got to control who saw what. But in the age of social media, in the age of YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, we as filmmakers can build our own communities. We can start to put together the people that are interested in the themes that we're interested in, the people that are interested in our work and passionate about what we're passionate about, and unite and create those communities for our work, so that we have someone to see our next film and our next film and the film after that. There's a great YouTube channel called Creative North that I hope you'll check out. He did a documentary called Pearl of Africa that went to a bunch of documentary labs and festivals and eventually sold to Netflix. And he said that part of the reason that he sold the film to Netflix was that he already had a community on YouTube of 40 or 50,000 people that were interested in his work. Netflix looked at that and said, oh, there's an inbuilt audience for the film. So, your social media networks are no longer, just for collaborating or just for, getting likes and upvotes. Social media is a real thing now and is definitely becoming the future of film distribution, of filmmaking careers. Whatever you're up for in 2018, I hope that you put your heart and soul into it, that you create films that mean something to you, that you work with new people, and generally grow as a filmmaker, grow as an artist, and have a really great time. That's my plan. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon.